Thanks very much indeed, Paul. Frank, thanks for joining us. Can we expect, will there be an announcement about Tyson Fury coming in the next few days?
Yeah, I think there'll be something next week as to what will be going on, but bit of a way to go yet, and we'll see what happens. But next week, we'll know what the position is.
Because when we saw him, a couple of months ago, he was in great form, wasn't he? He was ready to fight and he was happy to fight.
He's training very hard. He's been and I've been talking to John, his dad there, and he's been training very, very hard. And he just wants to get back in the ring. So we're trying hard to make that happen.
And just to go over one thing, in July, we were going back to Las Vegas, weren't we? That was done. I mean, we had that in the diary. It was all booked. That was happening, wasn't it? I'm not imagining that was happening.
No, that's what it was in. There was a rematch clause, and that's what was supposed to happen. Unfortunately, because of the COVID, and it affected the finances of that particular fight, it wasn't to be. And we tried to make it again. We've all been working on it, but it expired. And I think. It's well known now. There's a hearing going on, and something will be done in the States. Something will be some decision will be made with that. I think within the next week or so.
Let me ask you just quickly about Denzel Bentley. He's still a boxing novice, 15 fights, 25 years of age. He looked cool and calm and calculated tonight.
Well, you've got to take your hat off to both of them. Denzel and Tommy. They had a tremendous fight last time, a tremendous fight, and for him to, we got it on. Again, got it on quickly again, and it was just slightly a different fight this time. Denzel weren't so much on the back foot, but obviously the eye hampered him, but it was a fantastic job that he did, and more importantly, he come through and won the belt.
Just quickly before we move on, and I'm intrigued by this. I think their first fight was thrown together because of lockdown. Because we had to put on competitive fights, because that's what we've got to do, across everywhere.
Well, I don't think so much we've got to put on competitive fights. What we've got guys who want to fight, and guys who are training and are ready to go, and they were ready to go. And you've got to take your hat off to them for doing that fight and making it. But now, after this one, maybe we do this again down the road. He got it. Denzel done what we had to do. Why not? But it's hats off to both of them. It's just a shame how it ended, because I think it could have ended even better for the winner. Right,
now here's the thing. We were going in April. It was going to be the O2. Then we were going in May, June, July. Just take your pick, take your mum. And then we were never going to go, because there was going to be no audience. How have we finally got to Dubois and Joyce? We're just days away now.
Well, because both fighters wanted it. They've been, two guys. I've never known. It's a bit even like tonight. Two guys who really had self-belief, and both of them feel they've got the beating of each other. That's how it is. And the sad thing about it is that we'd nigh on sold out the O2 twice in moving the fight, and it's going to be obviously in a lockdown. But I don't think it's going to take anything away from what the fight is. There's so much at stake for both of them, both undefeated. Whoever comes through this fight is going to get into a seriously good position. At the moment, Daniel's in at number 2 to Usyk, and then you obviously. Josh and AJ's the champion. If he vacates, then he's supposed to fight Usyk. Joe will want that position. So there's a lot at stake here. The winner of that fight is going to be the guy who takes on Tyson, the winner of Tyson and Joshua. That's where it takes them to. Big moment in their careers.